Okay, so I brought her in the round pen here and round penned her for about 5 minutes because I want to make sure that there's no fresh on this horse. You need to get the fresh off your horse, especially a young horse or a horse that has a history of being bothered by stuff. You need to get that horse where she's working with you, her emotions are down, everything's good. Okay, so this is the 5th day I've worked her and the 4th day that I've ridden her. So I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable with her. Okay, and she's struggling a little bit with this hackamore. All right, let me just bend her a little. The reason I went to this, I'd been riding her the last couple of days in a side pull hackamore, and she was doing something I really didn't like. She was sticking her nose down between her legs, which tells me it's quite possible that somebody has tied this mare's head down, which is not a good thing, okay? I mean, maybe, I can't swear that that happened, but it makes me think maybe because of the way she was doing it. So with this Bosal, if she can figure out the pressure here, she's maybe never had one on before, she won't be able to do that because I can kind of have a little bit of up and down pressure there. Okay, she's real soft side to side. Let me just, and I also have added spurs today. Come here, babe. Okay, and I probably won't use them very much, but I haven't worn them at all these first couple of days. Okay, come on. There we go. All right. She's kind of wanting to stop because this Bosal, she's a little confused about it. The reason I'm not using a bit, she had some trouble with that snaffle bit. If you watched, I think it was part 3 of that first video set, she was tossing her head when I put pressure on the bit. And so I'm going to work on that, but I want to work on the other stuff first. I don't want to be trying to fix 4 things all at one time. I want to make sure that she's okay with everything else I'm doing here. And she's had some nice training. She trains pretty nice. She stops really nice, backs up pretty good. Okay. All right. So I'm going to end, and I'm going to, I don't know if she's been ridden with spurs before. Probably. She doesn't like yielding her hindquarters, so I'm just gently touching her there. She moved off of it like she noticed the spur there. Good. I'm going to introduce it with her bent, so in case she overreacts, I'm kind of there. I'm ready to deal with it. Okay, that's pretty good. Come on, babe. Move. And she's just a little confused here. Confusion's kind of a good thing. Confusion will cause them to search for the answer. Okay. Get her to trot off. She trots off. She trots slow, but she trots really nice. There we go. Good girl. And because of her history, I'm paying very close attention to her body language and her emotions. Is she getting nervous? Is that emotional 0 to 10 scale going up? And it did go up some. When I went from a walk to a trot, she went up from a 2 probably to a 3 or a 4. As long as she doesn't get above, say, 6 on that scale, we're all good. She's good and I'm good. So now I'm going to crank it up here. And I've ridden her walk, trot, and lope the last couple of days, I think. She's a little bit lazy, frankly. Come on. So this is something I'm going to do that I haven't done much of. I call this a fence drill. So I'm going to ride her into the fence at a 45-degree angle and then trot her out of it. And we're going to come in here like this. I'm going to sit down, cue her. If she doesn't come out of it, I'm going to spank her with the end of that Makati. I want to get a little more effort out of her. Okay, so did her stress level go up? Yeah. She went from a 4 about to a 5, maybe even a 6. Head came up because I'm putting more pressure on her. Okay, putting more pressure on her, but it's not so much that she's, I think, going to have a trouble with it. Okay, so I'm going to get ready so I can kind of have her come out of this turn a little better this time. Just going to tap her with the tail end of this Makati when we make the turn. Come on. There. Come on. There, got a little more out of her. Okay. Okay. This time I'm going to ask her to lope out of it. So remember, I've warmed this mare up. About 10 minutes out there, lunging over the cowboy steps. Another 10 minutes in here, going around. So there's no fresh on her. She's starting to get a little tired, just a little bit. Stop and come out of that. And she lopes on the wrong lead, which she has a tendency to do. Let's try it the other way. There we go. So would I get on this mare fresh and lope her off? I wouldn't. Some of my broke horses I would, but not until she shows me that she can handle it emotionally. All right, let's stop her here. Whoa, she can stop hard on her front end. We'll fix that later. She likes that right lead, doesn't she? Oh my goodness. She sure likes that right lead. Now she's cross-firing. Okay. The way to fix that, by the way, let me try it again, is to bring her into the fence where she almost has to pick up the left lead. Let's try it again. Maybe we can get it this time. So when I come out of this turn, she almost has to, shouldn't have to, but it's going to be easier for her. Right here, and then. Nope, she still didn't do it. She took a little stutter step so she could get onto the right-hand lead. Let's try it again. Yep. Okay. That's something else we'll have to work on another day. Now, this is where I had trouble yesterday with that side pull. When I did this, she put her nose and started backing her up. Okay. I started backing her up. She stuck her nose. See right there? I don't want that. I want that nose right there. There we go. Not down there. Not down there. Right there. So that appears to me to be some kind of an evasion tactic that she's trying to get away. That's much better. Nope, nope, nope. Not there. Not there. Right there. There. That's what that appears to be. So, you know, I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm going to trust her a little more, start riding her out. Like I say, I've done stuff trying to scare her. She's not spooky. She doesn't seem to get overly bothered by stuff. That's not bothering her. She's speeding up a little, but she's not, you know. things that might cause a horse to go from 6 to 9 on that scale like that don't seem to bother her too much. See, her head's down. I'm waving my arms around. I could probably swing a lariat rope around her head without any trouble, like that. See, her head actually went down. So she's showing me some good stuff. Is it possible? Is it possible that what caused her to buck was something simple like a tooth was bothering her and she's had her teeth floated now? Saddle was pinching her. This is a different saddle. That gunshot, it could be a one-time thing and it'll never happen again. And I hope that's true. But the best thing I can do to help ensure that is to get this horse better broke. Right? The more she responds to these cues, the more she learns to take this stuff and realize I'm not going to hurt her, then the better off she's going to be. So is her rider. Okay? All right, stay tuned. Hopefully the next video won't be from the emergency room.